So for that one, everyone except for Jack got a point. We all went for Kingston, but Jack was going with the Tony Khan booking, so he went for Moxley there. So then the final match we have here is the main event, which is of course MJF defending his title, the AEW World Championship against Samoa Joe, and what can I say? I don't remember too much about the match. I do remember, obviously, the whole storyline where MJF's shoulder is all injured and stuff, so he has that kind of, disadvantage. Adam Cole came in there to root for him in the background with his crutches and stuff, so people kind of, they kind of saw the signs there. The most I remember here, even from the notes, because again, I was more invested in this match, was that whenever MJF tried to do the stupid kangaroo kick, Samoa Joe actually caught him and everything. And there was a part where MJF was like on the ropes. He was trying to flip upside down or something, but Joe kicks him in the head and everything while he was doing that. And there was also another part where Joe, because obviously, he would do that. He would obviously target that spot. He picked up MJF and slammed him with a muscle buster on the apron, of course, in the angle where that bad shoulder would be taking most of the brunt. You know what I mean? And now, this is something I remember. I didn't put in the notes, but I remember because it's so rare. It is so fucking rare. And I think Jack would probably be the only one that can mention any other time it happened. But Samoa Joe actually grabbed MJF in a submission move. And this is the first time I've ever seen this, where the referee does the thing. We've seen this spot like 1,000 times in all matches, especially back in the WWF days. That's where I remember seeing it most. Where
Hulk Hogan
knocked out. And they're doing the arm thing and down, the arm thing down. Then the third one, still stays up.
Hulk Hogan,
that kind of shit. But this time, MJF's arm actually went down the third time. He's out and whatever. And for me, I was double shocked between, wow, like that just happened. Like I've never seen the arm go down 3 times. But then the other team's like, oh shit. Samoa Joe's the fucking champion now. The fucking like both of those things just kind of hit me.
I remember your reaction.
I was really ready for the whole MJF, Super MJF, Super Cena, whatever. But no, Samoa Joe fucking won, and then he left. And then Adam Cole was there to, I guess support him in his time or whatever. But then the goons showed up, and they were acting like, they're gonna get up against the goons and everything. And Cole, I kind of feel he played his hand a little too early. He was still doing like he was pretending to like he was gonna hit him with the crutch. I would prefer he not do that because it's too much hinting. But anyways, the lights go out, the lights come back on. Adam Cole is sitting in a chair, which works because he's injured and stuff. And he's officially the devil, and he's got all the goons, and the goons are the Kingdom, Wardlow, and Roderick Strong, officially now without the stupid neck brace and everything. And so the Kingdom are the new Ring of Honor Tag Team Champs. Now that we know who they are without the mask. And in a certain way, like I said, the fact that Adam Cole was legit injured and not like a fake injury was the only thing that kind of kept me from thinking, well, he can't be the devil, because I was thinking too much of him like actually performing in the ring. But if you do it this way, where he's just like, the evil mastermind, he's got the goons that'll do the dirty work for him, that kind of works, because that's a perfect excuse for him to get more time to recover. He'll get some camera time here and there with the crutches, doing his threatening things or whatever. He could just be standing like Mr. Burns, so like, excellent, while Wardlow and them are causing damage. So, I mean, I guess that's the way to do it. You know what I mean? I guess it was planned for him to be the devil all along, and this injury, fucked that up. But then they got smart and said, well, that's another way to do it. Instead of him being an active party, make him just be like the kingpin or something, and they're doing this shit for him. I mean, that kind of works until whenever he's actually off his feet. Now with MJF, apparently they took MJF off the roster page of AEW site, and everyone keeps talking and acting like past tense and he's gone forever and all that kind of crap. So we'll see what happens. I know his contract's up, but the consensus I'm getting is that apparently he will renew with them, but they're just doing all the suspense. Let people talk, let the rumors fly, let what do you call it? TW Insider and them every other day. Oh my God, MJF is quitting. MJF is staying. MJF is quitting. Let them get their headlines until whenever he does come back. But we'll see.
Oh, go last. I'll let you guys go first. I'll go last.
Okay. Well, let's do it kind of different. Johnny, what are your thoughts before Wendy goes? Just to kind of spice up the order.
Okay, so personally, this match, I'm not gonna say it's bad, but it wasn't. I don't know. It wasn't the greatest either, just because, especially this match. Well, MJF does have his arm injury, whatever, but this match especially just really shows that MJF really, I don't know, not the greatest wrestler in the world. Like, it's just, I don't know. Like, it's just, damn, like, this match really shows that MJF's really not that great at all, to be honest. Like,
But his kangaroo kick.
yeah. MJF does, they did hype him up a lot, and, yeah, it is what it is. But the ending was kind of like, it's still kind of weird that Adam Cole is the devil, because he's still pretty badly injured. So to have him as the devil is kind of weird.
One spot I forgot that I remembered that was kind of hinting to Adam Cole a little bit was whenever Adam Cole was to get the ring, he was taking his sweet time to get it. And at first I thought it was going to be super obvious, like when Wardlow betrayed MJF, But no, he did give him the ring, but it was kind of coincidental that he gave him the ring just in time for Samoa Joe to still attack him from behind or whatever. So, there were little hints here and there. They're really trying to play with it, like will he, won't.
Oh yeah, because Adam Cole, when he was playing out the ring, he was still acting like like he forgot, like, oh shit, where's the ring? And then later, oh, I found it, and then he gave it to MJF.
Oops, I dropped it under the ring. Let me go get it.
Yeah. But yeah, honestly, the match, one thing I did notice that, oh my God, there was like a lot of boos in this match. Like, the crowd was not having it, if I'm not mistaken. Like, I think the people, I don't know, like, the people were hating MJF. I don't know what it was, but people were whoa, 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 throughout the whole match. More like in that instant when the whole, devil thing happened. Shit, a lot of people were not.
Jericho being in that match.
I can.
But yeah,
kind of explain.
That's the thing I
could explain why they were booing. The reason they were booing is because it was in New York. It was because it was in New York, and they were booing. They didn't want Joe to get any sort of offense on MJF. So basically, they were like booing. They were like, "How dare you beat our New York boy? New York boy? No, our New York boy."
Or some shit. I keep forgetting where.
Nope. It was just that stupid hometown bullshit, because they really just had an issue with him. Like Joe, the fucked up truth of it is that I'll get into more.
Hey, we're New Yorkers. You mess with one of us, you mess with all of us. So it's like,
yeah, it was that, but this is the truth of it is. So I'll get into more of it when I go into my talking about the match.
Mm-hmm.
But Joe grew up in a very old school style of wrestling. He was trained to not, like, if you're given an opportunity, do not squander it. So his mentality has always been, in his entire wrestling career, if I'm given an opportunity, if I'm given a title shot, I do not treat anyone with like kitty gloves. It's all 100%. So, and the fucked up truth of it is, Joe is an amazing wrestler. Even out of his prime, he's an amazing wrestler. This is the same guy who literally, like, he beat Kurt Angle like multiple times, multiple times, like made Kurt Angle tap out. He fought AJ Styles multiple times, made AJ Styles knockout multiple times. Like, this is a guy who had his legacy is forever entwined with like actual wrestling, like power, like the purity of power is his style, because it's like, just, I'm gonna knock you the fuck out. I'm gonna beat the shit out of you, or I'm gonna make you tap. That's the three choices that are happening here. The only way you're getting out of this is if I let you get out of this. I mean, hell, he's the only guy who 100% with seriousness has the most genius way of avoiding any high flyer. Just walk.
I love it. I love it. He done moved out
The
the
nope.
way. I mean, that is like so
the Samoa Joe, nope. Everyone goes, everyone's at first, everyone's like, well, that's really stupid. I'm like, no, that's fucking genius. Like, why are you standing there? Just like, it's Looney Tune logic. But he goes, why are you high flying instead of just fighting me on the ground? Like, it's the same principle. But like, that's the thing, is like, he knows I'm a wall. I'm a mountain. Why are you jumping at a mountain? Like, just like, anyway, that's the reason they were booing, is because they were in New York. He's the New York favorite. It was a East Coast, West Coast thing. That's really what
it's like. It's like if you go to, if you're in Chicago and someone going up against Punk, you're probably going to, let's say the Young Bucks are going up against CM Punk or somebody else. They're going to boo the crap out of the Young Bucks, but they're going to cheer CM Punk.
Or like anyone going up, or if Shawn Michaels was in any match in Canada.
Yeah.
Immediately booed. Immediately booed.
Yeah.
Anyway, I go on with what you're saying, Johnny. Sorry, didn't mean to interrupt you, but I was just giving a little bit of an explanation.
But yeah, the only thing I would like to say is that this match, it did surprise me though that Samoa Joe actually did win the match. Because I was still expecting MJF like to win. First of all, because he's in New York. I was expecting MJF to win this match. Because, they were trying to really hype him up all this time. So for him to just lose to Samoa Joe, that was a bit surprising. But Samoa Joe, as a wrestler, he's awesome. Like, no comparison. I mean, compare him versus MJF. Yeah, this shows who's the real deal, But yeah, the ending, I'm just kind of like, I don't know. I think people are also booing it because it was like kind of, I don't know. I guess a lot of people saw it coming that Adam Cole was the devil all along. So it's not really a big shocker. So I don't know. The wrestling, like this final match, I don't know. Personally, I felt like it fell short in many aspects. Like it wasn't like the main event. Like it didn't really felt like the main event that's like worth paying your $50 or whatever to watch this pay-per-view. Like it just didn't really felt like anything extraordinary or anything special to really hype it up to make it seem like this is the match, this is the main event. Oh my god, you gotta watch this match. Like I didn't really feel it that way. I don't know. Yeah, I think it was just all over the place, especially when the ending.
I would say well, first of all, I don't even remember who I chose, who was going to win this match. I don't remember if I went with the assumed Tony Khan booking or the who I feel should win booking. I don't remember now, like with the whole Jay White thing. But yeah, I was surprised that the arm drop thing. I was like, oh no, here comes a Hulk Hogan. Wait, his arm is down. Wait, what? The match over? It's like, wow. But anyway, I thought it was, I don't know, this whole match was weird. But MJF is injured for real though, so that's the thing too. So that's why he was kind of a little limited. And he did sell that pretty well, I'm pretty sure. I mean, I thought he had hurt himself for real, but I mean, didn't he injure himself for real? I thought.
Yeah, he injured himself at Full Gear, remember? I told you.
Oh yeah, that's right. He did that.
He damaged his hip doing that spot that the marks are calling amazing, But the wrestling professionals are like, damn, that was such a dangerous move. What the hell were you thinking? Like the part where he did the top rope jumping cutter outside the ring.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
I was like, did it look cool? Absolutely. Was it unnecessarily dangerous?
Yes.
Also unnecessarily.
Yeah, that's what
it's
it was. That's what it was. He was really injured for real. So that probably limited himself as, like what Johnny was pointing out. So like I said, he was limited a little bit in the ring with all of that. Now the whole thing with Adam Cole being the devil and the others, the kingdom, and Roger Strong and what's his face being the devils or whatever, his devil followers or minions or whatever. And I kind of assumed it could be Adam Cole, but like for the same reasons like Mark was saying, well, Adam Cole can't do nothing. But then when you put it together, it's like, wait a minute, you never saw the devil, you only saw his goons. So it kind of works, but it just, where do they go from here? I mean, because now they have like most of the roster that they kind of screwed over just to get the MJF. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but that is cool. That's where they're going.
Like Jay White said, he doesn't like the fact that he was used as collateral just for their little thing to go after MJF. But either way, I like Samoa Joe. This match could have been a little better, but I am kind of curious where it's going, and I'm more curious about who in the world did I choose to win this match? I don't remember now. Okay, Jack.
Oh, Jack, before you start, so I do wanna ask like that thing. Has there ever been any event, not just WWE, but in general, where they did the 3-arm thing and it actually just go down all 3 times?
Yeah, it's happened a lot. Actually, it's happened a lot with Samoa Joe's career, to be 100% honest with you. Yeah. In fact, his nickname used to be the King of the Knockouts because he literally was one of the first guys to, when he was, okay, little history lesson here. Samoa Joe, before he ever got mainstream success, when he was in Ring of Honor, the man was basically like if you booked Brock Lesnar in a believable setting way, because he was always professional wrestling first. He was the first guy to ever like cleanly beat people by knocking them out. Like he would, but then like it got a little stale where he would just, do the coquina clutch. And then he created excess moves of like, no, I want to make you pin you too. And like actually, do this, and created the muscle buster, created, the spike Uranagi, he mastered that, all this stuff. But to answer your question, yes, Joe has multiple times beaten people via knockout, even 4 titles. I think that's how he became the pure champion when he was the pure champion. And then that's also how he became the Ring of Honor world champion. But generally, and the thing of it, I've seen it happen a couple times where someone's just out. It happens a lot in Japanese wrestling. It not as frequently as you'd think, but it used to back in the 70s, 80s. But the thing of it is like, with the Hoganism, or as they call it, hulking up. That's unfortunately Hogan kind of changed the narrative as far as people where they go like, if they just, I call it Tinkerbelling because people call it Hoganing up. I call it Tinkerbelling because it's literally like, it's like if you know the story of Peter Pan or the play of Peter Pan, it's always like, if you all just clap your hands and believe, Tink will come back to life. It's the same principle. It's all like, I'm out. It's like, I'm out unless you can save me, but I'm out. It's not like, but I believe in you. Yeah. And he's all like, I'm alive. Like it's that whole thing. But no, that's the thing is like, I love that this is one thing I will say. I love that Joe beat him the way he did because it's like he brought back that sense of reality to the clown show. Like, one thing that really did piss me off about the actual match, though, I will say, there was a couple things. Well, there's a lot of shit that happened during the match that really irritated me. But I did love, because, like I said, it felt like Joe went in full Joe mode, or full Samoan mode, which I love when he does. He rarely does. He hasn't done it in years, but he's just like, fuck you. And then I could tell MJF would be the kind of wrestler. He's like, all right, guys, here's what's going to happen. I'm going to go in and I'm going to, and Joe's like, yeah, that ain't happening. I'm going to go in. I'm going to beat the shit out of you. And that's that. Well, what about my spot? It's like, oh, you'll get your spots when I let you. Like, that's how Joe's always been. That's one of the reasons him and Punk have this great chemistry in the ring over the years, or him and Kurt Angle, where it's like, oh, it's athletics first, and that's one of the best things about them. Two things that pissed me off, though. The first was, if you follow the history of Samoa Joe, which is what they were trying to book off of, Joe has done that exact spot where he did the muscle buster on the side of the ring to a wrestler. That wrestler ended up staying in a wheelchair for a year in kayfabe, and that wrestler's name was El Generico. Oh, no, it was before El Generico. It was before El Generico. It was a different wrestler I was thinking of. Sorry, it was another luchador. It was not Sami Zayn. It was a different wrestler. He did that to him, and in kayfabe, the guy was like, oh, I can't feel my legs. And then they ended the match. But he not only did that to MJF, he then did a second muscle buster, and that motherfucker still kicked out, which is even more bullshit because, as I said, the last time they fought, the fact that MJF kicked out of the muscle buster, which is one of the most protected wrestling moves ever, is bullshit to me. Like, it pissed me off to no end. It pissed me off more the second when this happened. I said, well, this is just horse shit then. Fuck this place. And to see all the people go, but MJF lost, I was like, yeah, fuck him. I hate him. but the Brocatos. Fuck it. No. Here's my issue, though. And tell me this doesn't make sense. Now follow me on this. Obviously, they were going to do the Devil storyline eventually. That feels like that was going to be the plan. That was going to be the plan all along with the whole MJF storyline. However, I don't believe the original plan was for Adam Cole to be the Devil. I believe Adam Cole was going to be one of the henchmen, specifically the one that Wardlow is. And I think the Devil was originally slated, because it makes sense if you follow it. I think the Devil was originally going to be, before all the shit happened, CM Punk. Because you got to remember, he was the real world champion. And he was, at the end of his match at Wembley, he was like carrying the belt on his back and going like that. And there were certain things that would have made sense. And that's why I do believe it was originally supposed to be CM Punk. That's my theory. Again, obviously they changed it for the reasons they did. However, I still think it was a terrible idea to make Adam Cole the Devil, because it's stupid. It's stupid writing in the most stupid way. The reason why it's stupid writing is the same exact reason that Tony Khan has always written. If you had the opportunity, which he did multiple times, why the fuck didn't you do it? I guess, well, I could have taken your world title, Wembley, but I didn't. I'm like, no, you did have multiple opportunities, even at the All-In show. If you were going to take the belt off of him anyway, why didn't you take it off of him at Wembley? Roderick Strong ran to the ring and gave him the title to use. Didn't use it. Then he handed him a ring. Didn't use it. Then he handed him this. Didn't use it. What the fuck? Like, you don't even make sense to your own shit. And then he's like, no, I'll wait. And then I'll wait for him, and then I'll be his friend. Okay. Gain his trust. Fair enough. Then I'll let him make more friends. Wait, what? Why? And then he'll meet my friends. What? And then to prove that I'm not the devil, I'll go over there and I'll do lawn care for this guy, and we'll have whole vignettes. Your plan's making less and less sense. And then when people least suspect, then I'll have Wardlow come back, and then Wardlow will attack MJF, and then MJF will have a lulled sense and have everyone in the world against him, and he'll be like, where's Adam? And where's Adam? And I'll be there via screen and satellite. Okay, but this is kind of getting dumber. And then when his title's on the line against Samoa Joe, I'm not going to do anything or interfere in any way, shape, or form, but I'll be ringside. It's like, and then when oh, no, go back further. And then he's going to have his leg taken out by Jay White and the Bullet Club Gold. And then I'll be slated to be fighting for the World Championship, even though I got a bum leg. Even though I could just forcibly vacate the title as the world champion who's defending the championship. I could literally just go into the ring and say I'm going to forfeit the match, and Jay White gets the title since I'm defending the title. You see what I mean? Like, you think harder about it, the dumber it gets. The dumber it gets.
This is why I don't think that when it comes to AEW.
It's literally like there's an old set
with him and Jay White. No, not Jay White. With the Kingdom and Roderick, like, it was obvious he didn't want to be there. You know what I mean? Like, how does that?
Yeah, it was.
You know,
it was pointless. It was 100% pointless. All of it was pointless. I felt like my time was wasted in every capacity, and that's why the fans were like, "What?" You heard the crowd. They weren't like, they were like, "What? What?" Because you have to remind them, oh, wait, what? Why didn't they gang up on him multiple times? All the times the Kingdoms had issues with Adam, the whole Adam, the whole thing, they hated MJF. Why didn't you attack him?
Samoa!
There's more holes in this than a Swiss cheese factory. This is so stupid. And it's the problem is, like, you take a little bit of logic and you put it to the grindstone and it falls apart like a goddamn Christmas cookie. It's like in like one of those, not even a Christmas cookie, those like weird cheap ass cookies with that shitty frosting that always gets stuck to the roof of your mouth that they sell at like Walmart.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's this plot storyline. You're like, it tastes like crap. It's stuck to my mouth. It's falling apart while I'm holding it. This is terrible. This is terrible writing. This is terrible execution. This is a stupid, stupid plot. And it makes even less sense the more you think about it, because you go, the layers of dumb this is. I'm like, okay, you reveal that you're the devil. Now that you've done that, what are you going to do?
I mean, everyone will come after you.
You can't walk. You can't walk.
You can't keep Warlord around you all the time.
Yeah. I'm like, so are you going to be backstage in your wheelchair going, yeah, like, what the fuck is this? This is the stupidest.
He's going to have the Roderick part.
That's exactly. I'm like, this makes, I'm like, it's so dumb. I'm like, my God. I can't describe the level of stupidity that this is in the writing is so unbelievably bad. The one console, and remember what I said in my prediction video. I said two things are going to happen. I was right on one of them. I was wrong on MJF retaining, but I was right when I said they're going to reveal who the devil is, and it's going to be fucking stupid. And I was right. I was right.
I really wish William was around for this one.
I know. But honestly, I really just am like, it's so irritating because I'm like, it would have made more sense, even though it would have been a freaking huge surprise. Wouldn't it have made more sense for Jungle Boy to be the devil? Because he was like, oh, well, I have a history with you. You cost me the world title when I was trying to be a good guy. Everyone underestimated me. I even had backstage heat from me getting rid of the poison, or like, and he could have turned everyone up against CM Punk and like, oh, fuck that guy, you know, or whatever. Use real life stories to tell a good story. And like I said, the one consolation prize is hooray, Samoa Joe is a world champion again. And there's actually a wrestler who's the world champion. And also, any of the marks that believe MJF's going to be gone are fucking morons, because you really think he's going to really think about this. Everyone's going, I saw one rumor that made me laugh. They go, MJF is going to debut at WrestleMania 40 and challenge whoever wins the title. I'm like, you really think that's going to happen? That this little, I'm sorry to say, this little bitch is going to actually kick up his feet on Triple H's doorstep and go, so what are you offering me? And then Hunter's like, get the fuck out of my office.
Oh my God.
He is. You know he is. You know he is, because he's getting guaranteed salary. He is top bank, top guy. I don't like the guy, but he's making top bank at AEW. He's not going to give all that up to go to WWE. There's no way. There's no way. They're not going to offer him nearly as much as Khan's feeding his gigantic fucking ego.
And not only
Like,
that,
God,
but like, you know, rated G versions of his promos.
He couldn't do them. He couldn't even do his promos. What is he going to say? He's going to be like, hey, you know what you are, huh? You're coming at me like some stinky butt. It's like, what? I'm like, this.
I'm gonna whoop you like the meanie doo-doo head that you are, you know, like
Language,
It's like
language, guys, language. There is a lady
suffering
present.
succotash.
There's a lady present. What's that language?
No, I do like that the promos are getting a little edgier. It's kind of coming in, I think, which is good, but they're not like, obviously there's still not the AEW calling everyone an ass every time. But that's the thing is like, obvious. This thing is he's off TV. I guarantee this is what's going to happen. He's off TV. His contract ends in January. Like a lot of wrestlers, actually, a lot of wrestlers, their contracts expire at the end of January. One of them I forgot to mention is the current never open weight champion who just won it at Wrestle Kingdom, Tama Tonga. So, you know, keep an eye on him. He's a fucking amazing wrestler too. Anyway, but his contract's going to expire. He's going to take time off. I've actually heard multiple sources saying that he's already re-signed an extension contract. They're just keeping it hush hush because he needs to take time off to recover. So I'm like, okay. And he couldn't do it before because not only was he, you know, busy not wrestling, but he actually had to do promotional work because a lot of people don't know he was actually a producer on the movie The Iron Claw, which I was like, oh, I didn't know that. That's why he was at the red carpet. He was at the red carpet because he actually helped produce the movie. I'm like, oh, cool. That's cool. That's kudos to him. But so he couldn't really show off and get surgery at the same time, you know, go to the premiere of a thing and then, you know, all that. So I think now that the movie's already out, all that, he had to get rid of the belt. And then he got rid of the belt, and now he's got full time to recover, and they don't know how long he's going to be out because of the surgery. And he's going to take all that time to recover. He's still under contract. He's going to just milk that cow like the milky bitch he is. And that's what's going to happen. So I'm just going to call it. He's going to come back, and he's going to do his stupid walk to the ring that he's going to do when he comes back, and he's going to be like, Adam. It's like, I'm gonna get you, Joe. You're like,
oh God,
threatening. Threatening. Way to go.
Oh,
You laugh because you know it's true. He does laugh. He does run like that all aggressively. He walks up like a cartoon character. he goes up like Popeye going up to Bluto before getting his ass kicked.
I'll show them.
But anyway, my whole point I'm making is that it was a stupid execution of a stupid storyline, but that's AEW for you. It's like you went full clown at the wrong time. Like you went no. It's funny because it's like here's what happened. They fully dressed like a clown with the story, but they were reading like really depressive suicide notes. That's what the ending of this was. You're like, oh my God, what the hell? That's why the crowd was like, I thought this was going to be fun. This is just sad. It's all like, laugh, clown, laugh. And he's like, oh, is he okay? Is Khan okay? Do we need... How is he okay? Does he need help? Like, I just wish there was one actual, you know what? I hate saying this. You know who would actually help benefit AEW's writing scripts?
Vince
Jim
Russo?
Cornette. Oh God, no. Jim Cornette.
Oh, I thought he was already there.
No, if it was Vince Russo, he'd have been like, here's what you do, bro. You got to double down. And then what you do is you have MJF go in the ring, bro, and then you got to make him go in broad panties. And the crowd will love it, man. They love it. And any of the guys that like it, they're all gay because it's the only way that'll happen. You got to trust me, bro. And then what we'll do is we'll have Eddie Kingston put his titles in a piñata, and then he'll have a slap fighting contest with a grizzly bear, bro. That's what the people came to see. That's real wrestling, bro. Did I mention I made The Rock in Austin? It was me, bro.
Oh, Lord.
You laugh, but you know it's true. You laugh because you know it's true.
Yeah, but Cornette would help out. Basically, if the scripts don't give Cornette a coronary, then yeah, thumbs up, you know?
Yeah, it literally just write out the scripts, hand them to Cornette. It's like, hey, what do you think of this? Well, this is fucking stupid. Oh, this is fucking stupid. Oh, actually, you could do something with this. Okay. And it's like, okay, that's the one we stick with. All right, that one. Do that one. And then, keep one of the ones he discarded. Just one. Put that over there. Like, that's what you do. Have a couple.
Wow, how come Kenny Omega, the Young Bucks, and Orange Cassidy haven't been on TV for months?
Exactly. If you go to a steakhouse and you get you would be very, this is what I think about it is, if you go to a steakhouse and you get a steak or you get even a salad, okay, fine. Steak, you get a salad, you get potato, you get some carrots, cool. But if you go to a steakhouse and you get a hot dog, you're going to be like, what the fuck? What kind of steak? What kind of hot dog? Like, that's kind of what it is for me. I'm like, what? I came here for some, why is this here? This should not be here. And then he's like, what's that? Khan's like, what's that? You like hot dogs? All right. Take away the steaks, nothing but hot dogs. No, I didn't. You're not listening to me. It's like, oh, hey. It's like, oh, well, okay, I guess I'll have to eat all these hot dogs. Do you guys at least have some ketchup? We got better than ketchup. We got elote. What? Elote? What the? It's like, and you know what'll go great on that? We'll put collard greens on the side. There, eat that. Enjoy. Bye. You're like, what?
Oh my God. Okay. Oh. Geez.
Anyway, my metaphors are over the hedge now.
Yeah.
I'll stop.
Yeah. So for that one, I just want to say that all of us lost because, of course, we were all expecting Super MJF to win. So surprising that Samoa Joe. I'm pretty sure some of us wanted Samoa Joe to win, but we were thinking of a Tony Khan booking and thinking that he was gonna do that. So in the end, apparently the winner here is Jupes. Jupes actually got 8 points. Johnny and I tied for 7 points each, and Jack only got 5 points, I guess, for the whole Mr. Contrarian thing here and there. But yeah.
Well, also to be fair, I
You're doing the thing where
know,
you
we
kind of
also-
bonk your head until you think like Tony Khan before making the choice.
No. I was gonna say to be fair, a couple of the matches did change so that
Yeah, that would have probably given you more points if we went if stuff like that.
Yeah.
But your autographed picture of the brochachos is on its way.
Uh-huh.
Oh God! That's the Wolverine meme, and he's like, "Oh, he misses the brochachos."
I will. I'm gonna try.
Oh, your copy of AEW Fight Forever is in the mail.
Well, guess what, Mark? This will be the last podcast I will be doing with you because you really try see that you trying to end some friendships here. You're giving that away.
Jeez.
But I'm gonna try to in May. I'm gonna try in May. Samoa Joe is actually going to be up here doing a convention in California. So if I'm lucky, fingers crossed. Hopefully nothing happens. There might be some other people because usually the convention I'm going to is Ontario Comic Revolution. Usually they do at least 2 wrestlers for AEW. So because they've already gotten Trish Stratus and Lita there, which is pretty cool. So who knows? Maybe I could get a photo with them, and I'll keep you guys posted if there's any other wrestling shows. If
we're lucky, he probably might still have the title then, and just pose the title and all that.
You know what? I'm actually gonna get something like custom made, signed. If I'm lucky, I'm gonna try to. But there's more details on that later. But that's for me.
And the last thing also, I remember that AEW Fight Forever, speaking of that, they just announced that they're releasing Tony Storm as DLC, but it's still like the older Outcast Tony Storm. Like now it would have been, I know the game is whatever, but it would have sold a little if it was timeless Tony Storm. But it's like, I understand it takes a while to make the characters, but couldn't it like slap the skin on or something, or do the black and white effect when she walks down the ring or something? But yeah, too late, That's what I'm saying. I remember with Johnny and I, we literally, like, they released WCW Thunder back then, the game for the PlayStation, and one of the biggest things was that it was like one of the first games, I think, that was NWO Black and White versus NWO Red and Black. The very next weekend after the game was released, they did the finger poke of doom, and it became a giant NWO. Well, that throws that shit out the window. You know what?
I remember that.
Yeah, even right now, WWE Battlegrounds that came out sometime last year, they still had I forgot their names, Gallows and Anderson there, even though they just quit, and a whole bunch of other people that just quit, like even before the game came out or something, like.
I have MJF passing out as a screensaver. So I'm like, yay! No, I'm just kidding.
Hey, whenever you have a long day at work and these are depressing, look at the screensaver. Yeah, that make it kind of cheers you up there.
Hey, I need to change my Legend of Zelda screensaver to Moxley getting chopped down by Eddie Kingston.
Yeah.
But it was before that happened. Well, before that, the original screensaver I had was the infamous AEW deathmatch ending with the sparklers.
Oh, the sparklers, yeah. Oh God. So, anyways, guys, you're gonna wrap it up for now. Now, this time's kind of weird because usually, Tony Khan with his multiple announcements, but as of right now, there are still no announcements of the next AEW pay-per-view or the next Ring of Honor pay-per-view. I guess it'll be February, March, whatever, but we don't have dates, things, nothing yet, you know. So yeah, we'll be back next episode whenever those happen and our previews and stuff like that. And yeah, so there we go.
Don't forget about August. It's Wembley. Woo!
Oh yeah, that too. Yeah. But yeah, we'll see what happens. So anyways, guys, Mark Rodriguez here signing off for the first episode of the Diamond Cutter Wrestling Podcast, America's #1 cure for insomnia, for the year of 2024. There we go. And signing off the rest of our co-stars.
Jack Knives from Jack Knives Reviews signing out.
This is Wendy, also known as Jupi Channel Ninja Jupi, and we'll turn this over to the one and only, the man of the hour, the man with the power, the man that's in the shadows are going to take over Gotham, Johnny Rodriguez.
Johnny Rodriguez, guys. See you next time.